Hello, thanks for watching, and I'm back in the kitchen again. This is my second video today. Today I'm going to be making dinner rolls, but they're going to be gluten-free dinner rolls. Now, as I said, I'm going to be making gluten-free dinner rolls. I'm not celiac, but my wife is, so I'm making them for her. We find it difficult to get decent bread that actually tastes like bread, because the ones that we do buy, they're okay, but they're very light and they've not got much taste to them. We've tried a few recipes before without any success, because they go a bit grainy in your mouth, or they go to a paste, and they're not really nice with some of the recipes we've tried. So we're going to try this one today. Now, the recipe I'm following, it's from a website called theloopywhisk.com. It's a young lady that runs this, and she's got lots of recipes on there for celiacs. We've done a few of the recipes and they really are quite good. So we're going to be looking at the bread rolls from there. If you want to have a look at that, I'll leave the web address below. I'll leave the link so you can go and have a look at that website. It's well worth it, because there is lots of recipes on there, and she's been doing it for a good few years now, and she's got a huge following for what she does. So I'm going to show you what we're going to be using today. Right, so this is the ingredients we're using today. So we've got some active dry yeast, we've got some warm water, sugar, milk. This is called psyllium husk. This is tapioca starch, millet flour, and this is sorghum flour. And these three are xanthium gum, salt, and baking powder. Now, you can, as I say, this is what we're using. You can have a look at the recipe on the website to see all the measurements that you do need. So what we're going to do, we're going to crack on and make a starter of this. Right, now first things first, because I'm using instant yeast, I just have to add that along with the rest of my dry ingredients. But what I'm going to do first, I'm going to put, this is warm water. I'm going to put that in with the psyllium. Just give it a mix, and it should make a bit of a gel. I don't be too worried about it being a bit lumpy. See how it goes. First time I've used this stuff. See, it's just gone into a bit of a thick gel. So we'll just leave that to one side. Now we get the rest. Right. What we've got in here, we've got all the dry ingredients. So I'll just go through what we've got in here. We've got the tapioca starch, the millet flour, the sorghum flour, xanthium gum, salt, baking powder, and the sugar. And also the yeast is in there as well. Now what I'm going to do, I've gave that a quick mix. Now I'm going to add the egg, the melted butter, then I'm going to put in this psyllium. And I'm going to put in the milk as well. I'll just stop it a minute, because what it says in the recipe, just to scrape the sides. There we go. We'll start it up again. And we'll do this for about 5 to 8 minutes, so it has good knead. Right, so I'll give this a good mix for about 8 minutes. Right, so this is what the mixture looks like when it's had a bit of a need. You can see it's quite sticky. Now the recipe does say don't worry about that and don't be adding any more flour to it. If it is too sticky to handle, you can chill it in the fridge for an hour. But we'll see how we go. So I'll get this onto a floured surface. There we go. It's not too bad actually. You can see it wants to stick to your hands, but it doesn't. For the next part of the recipe, she is quite precise in what to do. Now, as you can see, it's firm enough to handle. It's quite nice, not too sticky. Now, she's quite precise at this bit, so we've got an 8x8 baking tray that I've lined, and I'm going to be weighing out the little dough balls. Now these should be cut into about 9 equal sizes of about 76 grams each. That's just so that they can bake evenly. So we'll have a go at that and weigh them out. Right, so I'll just tear off a lump. $73, not bad for the first guess. Oh, it's 77, but we'll live with that one. I'll just leave it to one side. They'll weigh 76 grams each, and I've only got 8 out of the mixture, not 9. So we'll see how we go. Not too worried. Right, now what we've got to do is just make them into balls. As she says to pin, flatten them out. Wind the corners in, turn it upside down, and then roll it in your hand. It's easier. There we go, wee bowl. And put these into the tray. So we'll get the rest done. Right, last one. As I say, this website, the Loopy Whisk. So if I was you, have a little look at that website and see what you think. Right, as I say, we've got 8 in here now. They're only supposed to be just touching each other. And what we're going to do, we're going to prove them for an hour. So I'm going to cover them with cling film and put them somewhere about 60-70 degrees. That's what she suggests, for an hour, until they double in size. If they're double in size, they're going to be huge in there. So we'll see how these come out in another hour. So we'll catch you in another hour and I'll show you what they're like. Right, so as I say, we're going to prove these for another hour. I'll just put cling film over the top of them, just loosely, just so they don't dry out. So we'll see you in another hour. Right, so these have been proven for an hour. As you can see, they have doubled in size. They're looking pretty good. So what I'll start again. What she suggests is give them an egg wash before you put them into the oven. Now, also she said, in the recipe it says, with the egg, put a little bit of salt in with the egg. It makes the egg go less viscous and more runny, as you can see. That's for putting salt in it. So we'll just gently brush these. So I'm quite hopeful for these. You know, it says to put them in an oven at 195 for 20 minutes, I believe. No, sorry, 190 for 20 to 22 minutes. Now, I'm going to do mine in the air fryer. A wee bit more, why not? Now I'm going to do mine in the air fryer. I'll keep the temperature at the same, 190, but I'll keep my eye on them and probably do them for about 18 to 20 minutes and see how they come out then. So, right, 20 minutes later, this is how they've come out. They're looking really good. And in the recipe, what it says, you can eat these warm, and they're best warm. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to get them plated up, and then I'm going to also put some butter on the top of them, just to make them even more softer, because they're quite crisp. I'm not worried about having a crisp bread roll. I like a crisp bread roll anyway, and so does my wife. And these have come out really good. So we'll get these plated up and then we'll see what they're like. Alright, so that's them plated up. Now they sound good. They're looking good now. And this is the first bread rolls that I've made that's been gluten free. And we'll have a taste very shortly and see what they're like. As I say, I'm not celiac, but my wife is. I've made them for her, but I want to have a taste, see what they're like, see how they compare to normal bread. Because as I say, we've tried different bread rolls, breads in the past that are supposed to be gluten free, and they're absolutely disgusting. But these are looking good. Look at that. Right, so I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to break one in. I'm going to break into one and see what it's like. So I'm just going to pull it apart. Oh, look at that. They look nice. Hope the light's okay, you can see it. Nice and soft. They're not doughy at all. So I'm going to give it a bit of a try. See what they're like. Right, I've just had a talk with my wife and she's just tried one of these. And she did say that these are the best bread rolls that she's tried for a long time that's gluten free. She's gave them a score of 8 out of 10 and that she's over the moon with these and she loves them. She says that they'll make really good dippy bread for soups, and I've still got some tomato soup left, so she might be having some of that with a couple of these bread rolls. So I'll just show you them again. Right, yeah, now there is one missing, that's what we had between us. Bit of a shadow in here now because it's getting dark. Yeah, so if you've not looked at the website, theloopywhisk.com, head over there and have a look and see what you think, and maybe have a go at these yourself. So yeah, this is how they'll come out. They come out really well. But for the taste, I'll give it a 9 out of 10. Certainly will. Nothing wrong with the taste. There's enough salt in them as well, so they're not bland in how you can get some bread rolls when you make them. They do have a lovely flavour to them. Now, it does say that you can keep these for 2 or 3 days in an airtight container, and it's best to warm them through before you eat them. Because you can eat these as soon as they come out of the oven. Yeah, that's it for this video. Quite pleased with the outcome of them. If this is your type of video, give it a thumbs up and maybe consider subscribing. And if you've had a go at these from the Loopy West website, let me know how you've got on. Or if you've made bread rolls before for being celiac, tell me how you've got on as well. I'm really pleased with this outcome. But anyway, that's it for this one. And no doubt I'll be in the kitchen again very soon. So I'm going to go and I'm going to finish my glass of beer. So I'll see you next time. I'm not going to eat the bread rolls because they're not for me. I did make them for my wife. But I do want another one. But I better not get told off. So anyway, cheers for now, and I'll see you next time.